Why I only fly Asian Airlines. I will do this video using my iPad mini again. I fly a lot, especially internationally, with most of my trips to Asia. Because of this, you would think that would be the #1 reason as to why I only fly Asian Airlines. But that is not the main reason. But first, let's set some guidelines and clear up any misconceptions. By Asian Airlines, I mean airlines that are headquartered in the continent of Asia. Some example airlines include ANA, headquartered in Japan, China Airlines, headquartered in Taiwan, Cathay Pacific, headquartered in Hong Kong, Singapore Airlines, headquartered in Singapore. And by Asia, I primarily mean East Asia. But I will also include a broader scope of what is considered Asia also, such as the Middle East, and such as Qatar Airlines. That being said, I also fly non-Asian airlines, so the title of this video is slightly misleading. I have flown Southwest Airlines, Alaskan Airlines, Hawaiian Airlines, and Norwegian Airlines before over the years, but I would say that 95% of all my flights are via Asian-based airlines. I will explain the reason now. There are 3 main reasons why I only fly Asian Airlines. The first main reason is service. Yes, service. According to Skytrax, 6 of the Big 10 best airlines are East Asian airlines, with Singapore being #1, ANA being #3, Japan Airlines being #5, Cathay Pacific being #8, EVA Airlines being #9, and Korean Airlines being #10. However, if we include Middle Eastern Airlines also, as they are part of Asia, then we can include Qatar Airlines at #2 and Turkish Airlines at #10. Turkey is considered to be in both Asia and Europe. That means 9 out of 10 best airlines in the world are headquartered in Asia. The only outlier is Air France at #7. I've flown maybe 6 out of the top 10 best airlines, and I can anecdotally say that service is not just good, but very good. Sure, some people will always have some bad experience even on the best airlines, but generally speaking, you will be pleased. What do you not see in the top 10 best airlines? No United Airlines, no Southwest Airlines, no Delta Airlines, and no American Airlines. Yes, none of the main domestic airlines did not make the top 10. That is not to say that airlines based in the US have bad service. Far from it. Service is good, but Asian airlines are a step ahead, or maybe 2 to 3 steps ahead sometimes. It starts with the boarding process, which is often more orderly than others, the sincere smile, and the way the flight attendants handle requests and serve the food. It is very good. And if you disagree with me, take Singapore Airlines just one time, you will see how you are dead wrong. I remember Luke from Luke's Poison Miles remarking how good Singapore Airlines was in one of his previous videos. That is why even when US domestic carriers such as United and Delta fly to Asia directly, I will not choose the flight. But if I see a flight from LAX to Japan via United, via a code-sharing flight with ANA, for example, then I will for sure choose the ANA flight 110% of the time. That way, I can rest assured that not only will I have good service, but great service. Let's give an example here. I have Expedia pulled up, and I will search from LAX to Tokyo. On 2 random dates, departing January 23rd and returning on January 30th. Click the non-stop button. Here I see 21 different flights. Zip Air, United operated by ANA, Delta, United operated by ANA, United, ANA operated by United, and just ANA by itself. As you can see, they're all approximately the same price, $747 or $751. Barring any time issues, I will definitely choose a United flight operated by ANA, this one here, or ANA itself. Because I know my experience will just be a little bit better, and when you're cramped on an airplane for almost 13 hours, every little bit helps. Everyone is a little bit different, and the top 10 list is just a list. As a matter of fact, my favorite airline that I fly on a regular basis is not part of this top 10 list. I will explain what is my favorite airline and why in a future video. So service is very important to me. It is my #1 reason. The second main reason is where I fly. I mainly fly internationally to Asian countries. Over the last 5 years, not including COVID time, I have flown multiple times to Japan, Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong, China, South Korea, Singapore, Vietnam. I have flown once each to Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, and Malaysia also. You may think that my second main reason should be my first main reason, because US domestic airlines don't often fly to Asia. US domestic airlines do fly to Asia sometimes via themselves or via a code-sharing flight, but it is often much easier to book a flight using Asian airlines within Asia. There is just a lot more availability. For example, if I wanted to go from Hong Kong to Tokyo, I could just wait for a Delta or United to have a code-sharing flight to fly themselves directly, or I can catch another flight using Cathay Pacific that departs pretty much every hour or two to Tokyo from Hong Kong. Take a look at this picture. 18 one-way flights on a random date in January from Tokyo to Hong Kong. That is availability. No need to wait. The third main reason is less nickel and diming issue. I've flown US domestic airlines before, such as Southwest, Alaskan Airlines, and European airlines like Norwegian Airlines. And I'm shocked at how much they nickel and dime their customers. Want a check bag? Pay more money. Want food on the airplane? Pay more money. Everything you need to pay. It is aggravating. So much that American Express Platinum cards in the US have a credit for these so-called airline incidental fees. I prefer to call them nonsense fees myself. These nonsense fees do exist in Asian airlines, but they are far less prevalent. I cannot speak for every Asian airlines as I have not tried all of them, but you do often get free food. You do often get free check bags. Yes, that is the plural form, check bags. You often get 2 check bags. You do often get a free pillow on board. You do get a free blanket. You do get free drinks, etc., etc. The only thing that you need to pay is for Wi-Fi, and that is only sometimes. Some airlines give it to you for free, at least a limited usage one. That is why the American Express Platinum card in Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Japan do not have an airline incidental fee credit. It would be silly to have so when flying Asian airlines. There is less nickel and diming issue here. I even had my flights changed of my own doing several times and got the fee waived for myself. Now that is service. No lame airline incidental fees for myself. So these are the 3 main reasons why I primarily fly Asian airlines. I only fly domestic airlines when flying domestically. If I do fly internationally, such as Europe, and if I find that an Asian airline flies there, then I will choose that instead of any US domestic airline or even any European airline. I may choose Middle Eastern Airlines, which is also part of Asia, such as Qatar Airlines or Emirates. I really hope to try the last 2 airlines later for when I fly to Egypt this year or next year, sometime in the future. My wife really wants to see the Great Pyramids in Egypt. I will enjoy my almonds now and kumquats. Thank you.